This is Gary Atanu with CNTV, and today we're in Colorado Springs, Colorado. I'm here at the Old Town Guest House. Since 1997, they have been providing a contemporary bed and breakfast and executive retreat for guests, visitors here in Old Colorado City. Folks, first of all, you're the new innkeepers here, relocated here to the area of Colorado. Share with me a little bit, first of all, Dave, what is it that brought you guys here to the Colorado Springs area?
Well, Kim and I are brother and sister, and I had been, after we left the University of Nebraska, we each had our own careers. I ended up moving to the East Coast about 35 years ago in the hotel business, and Kim is in management training, and there are things she can explain about that and why it was important for us to find a conference center. After having being downsized last year, we decided it was time to pursue some of those dreams, and we ended up here in Colorado Springs.
Wonderful. Kim, let me ask you this. What about for yourself? What is it that got you involved in the bed and breakfast industry?
Well, for years I've been a professional speaker and professional organizer. And so decades ago, I always wanted a retreat center. I have a master's in social work and really like helping people. So I was always like looking for a place to have a retreat center. And in my mind, though, I wasn't worried about the rooms. I just wanted a place to speak and to help people and bring people in. Whereas Dave is more about, I want a bed and breakfast, because he's the cook and he's the decorator. So putting all of that together, and he's worked with hotel sales and for the big hotels and marketing for years. So we put our marketing together as well. Being self-employed, I've marketed myself all this time. So I can do my own programs here. I can bring other speakers and trainers here to bring there. So there's just a nice mix with having the conference center in the basement as well as the rooms.
Excellent. Let me ask you this. First of all, a bed and breakfast. Why do you think it is that travelers are tending to favor the hospitality of a bed and breakfast versus that of a corporate America hotel stay?
I think it's just kind of interesting. People that are attending a convention, perhaps, of course, will be going to one of the larger hotels. But you can go to any floor on any hotel almost anywhere in the world, and you're going to find the rooms to be pretty much the same at any of the larger chains. The bed and breakfasts are very much unique to their own neighborhoods, and they're unique to the history of the community that they're in. We are a select registry hotel, one of about 400 in the United States and 5 in Colorado, and each of those are a historic building or in a historic community. And people like it, I think, because in the evenings we offer complimentary wine and snacks. People tend to get to meet each other. We did have a funny coincidence of a couple from Scotland talking about their aunt who lived in Austin, and the couple across from them was from Austin, and it turned out their aunt lived across the street from these people.
It happens all the time.
And it does happen all the time.
That is amazing. So we're talking about a mixing and mingling. Like you said about the neighborhood, I mean, this 3-story brick house was built in such a way to really resemble the neighborhood as well as that of yesteryear. Was that something that you think attracted you as well as other people who want to come in?
I think it does. For us, the location was very, very important. Not only is the guest house so close to the shops and boutiques and restaurants and galleries, but it's just a couple of minutes from everything in the mountains through Manitou Springs. Pikes Peak is an extraordinary draw for everyone, and so many of the people, first of all, enjoy the view from all of the rooms is Pikes Peak, and the history of the building itself. Many people have come in and said, isn't this an older building that's been renovated? And we say, no, they did a very nice job of making it look like the building that was here originally, which was originally a city hall and firehouse before it burned down. And it was also a jail, too. There was a jail in the basement.
What is nice about that is the fact that it feels like yesterday. It's got a hospitality feel to it, but yet you're able to enjoy the amenities of today. We're talking about technology of today is everywhere. You've got a complete elevator that it makes it very easily accessible to get up to the rooms.
Yes.
That's got to be great.
Yeah, we've got the elevator. We've also got Wi-Fi. So even though we would really want everybody to unplug when they're here and just relax, obviously everybody needs to be connected all the time. So we have Wi-Fi throughout the building. That works. So yeah, it's great to just have everything so nice and new. The other thing that people love here, and the people who built it, bless their hearts, 17 years ago, put in water beds, and they're the kind that have the tubes so that they don't move hardly, but they just move a little. And if I forget to tell people, they're like, I think my bed moved. It's like, no, it's a water bed.
Nice.
But they love it. And some people have called months later to say, we want to order one of those. They are so lovely. So that's even a special thing that people really enjoy, is just having the water beds. Very different kind of an experience too.
What's wonderful, it makes it easy to get up to your room, the elevator there, but also makes it easy to come down. Like you mentioned before, here in the dining room, the foyer, people mix and mingle. You've got a complete fireplace here. You've got computer amenities here. What kind of get-togethers can take place here, even for the local people who maybe want to rent this spot?
We've had people contact us about baby showers, weddings, small weddings. We can hold about up to 40 in the dining room if it's we modify the seating. We've had gentlemen ask us about bachelor parties. We don't let things get crazy, but we can have private dinners on the lower level. We can seat up to 20 people for dinner easily downstairs or in the dining room with different setups. The family reunions are another bonus, and we have people that will rent the whole inn so they can accommodate the family. And the kids can stay downstairs if they like. There's a pinball down there and games and a pool table, so the kids can just sort of stay up all night and not bother the parents. And it's a very nice private environment for everyone. And despite the fact that we're on 26th Street, which is a very busy street, this building is so quiet that we've had someone say it's almost ghostly upstairs. It is so quiet in the evenings, and that's a wonderful thing, actually, to have that kind of peace and quiet in the middle of the city.
Wonderful. I mean, you mentioned before here the dining room seats, quite a few there. One of the things I notice here that's not really typical of a bed and breakfast is we're not talking about one big round table. We're talking about some smaller tables, which is kind of nice. Share with me how that's been enjoyed.
Well, people really like that, and certainly in some situations we seat people together if there's just a few, and sometimes we can be full, which would be 17 people if we had every bed filled and doubles and the queens and kings. But yet there might only be 6 people that come to breakfast because they went out hiking early, they had to catch their plane early, so we never exactly know how many we're having for breakfast. And but they like sitting separately with just 2 at a table and having that privacy. But we have a lot of anniversary couples on weekends and a lot of honeymooners, so it's really nice to be able to give them their own table, their own little special space, while they're still sitting in the room with everybody else. And over July 4th weekend, and we had like some families that stayed like 6, 7, 8 days and just went. We were like a hub. You know, they just go out from here to all of the tourist attractions and just come home. And they like that. They said it is like coming home. It's just so easy to be here, and we can just be here. Is they would move their chairs and tables together without us. They're like, no, we want to sit together. We got to know these people the last couple days. We're moving everything together. Go ahead. That's fine with us, you know.
You must have liked that, because really they made an extension of their own home, started moving the tables together like that. Obviously, one of the things that gives it a home-like feel is breakfast in the morning. Share with us, what might we find on the menu on a typical breakfast?
We tend to start with some kind of fresh fruit, and it can either be a fruit cup, it might be bananas and cream, or we try to keep it seasonal and organic as much as possible. It could be peaches. This morning it was peaches and cream and strawberries. It can be bacon and eggs. We like to do dino eggs, which is dinosaur eggs, actually, which are actually Scotch eggs, which is a boiled egg wrapped in sausage and then baked. But we serve it on a bed of a spinach along with avocados and cooked mushrooms. It does look very Jurassic Park in its own way.
Well, and the reason we did that is because we started thinking about what's around here that we could name, like the rooms. Each one has a theme, as many bed and breakfasts do. But it's like, well, locally there's museums, right? There's there's all kinds of museums and the archaeological museum and stuff. It's like, well, that would be the dinosaur eggs, right? You know. Absolutely. So then we have other things like, okay, now we have to have a mining one, and then we have to have an Olympic plate. So you know, it's fun to have that kind of fun with it too. And people love the dino eggs because we don't tell them what's in it, you know. And we had a couple from Scotland, and so we set it down and we just waited right by them. Said, okay, we'll let you tell us what this is. And they said, Scotch eggs, yep. And most people don't know what a Scotch egg is, so they wouldn't know the difference. But it's really fun when they open it up and there's a boiled egg inside. And it's just very cute. Yeah.
Makes me want to come here and eat. Besides even standing here, I would do that just for that.
We also do a lot of fresh baking every day. So it's either fresh blueberry muffins, or it might be banana bread or date bars or whatever. But it's always fresh and it's warm and it's new every day. And people enjoy that too. And we've had some fun on the 4th of July weekend. We did root beer floats for breakfast because we did a breakfast picnic for everybody. And we tried to do it, create themes for people, and just to have fun with whatever the calendar says the day might be. So.
I have an idea that you really have a good time doing this, Dave, really trying to mix it up for folks, and it's nice to hear some feedback.
It is. We enjoy hearing back from people. We have a lot of people, and this is not an exaggeration, almost every day someone's taking a picture of their breakfast and putting it on Facebook, because I really do go out of my way to make the place look good, and we rarely have any leftovers. Everything is gone every day.
Wow. Wonderful. This is a
Dave
great
has
place.
an art history degree, so it goes to use with doing the plate.
I bet.
Lots of color
This is a great place for basically a couple to get away, individuals, but it's also a great place for business because of the fact that not only can you have a small get-together here in either one of the top rooms, but obviously down at the bottom there, you've got capacity to do some serious business conferencing. Share with me a little bit about that.
This is, well, I'll let Kim talk about it. This is really Kim's baby, and she does a very nice job at the conference center.
Yeah, so it's a 500 square foot space, and we can accommodate about 25 seated in ergonomic seats with wheels, and can move around very easily and good for your back, with conference tables and such. As there's a projector screen, there's a whiteboard, and about 40 to 45 people standing, moving around, and not specifically just sitting. But we also have a video conference center, so instead of going through Skype to see someone and do an interview or something, we have court reporters, court situations, job interviews that might be from another state for a medical job or government job. And so that person just shows up here, and I set up the video conferencing TV situation, and they dial into the number, and I leave the room, and they have their interview, or they have their court reporting testimony thing for a couple hours. So we get a lot of that. We've had several this past week, a couple coming up next week. We have a couple groups coming in the next week for three half-day workshops in a row in the conference center. So it's a really great, easy space to use. And with the elevator, they can bring in equipment. They can just elevate it down, and very easy to use everything as well.
Wow. So basically you're talking about a national and an international video conferencing, so we're talking about available 24/7 if somebody should need that. It's wonderful. Obviously, business amenities down there, everything that you need as far as a projector, whiteboards, the whole 9 yards like you're saying. It's also got to be kind of a great place that you can transform possibly into a small wedding reception or even any type of party down there.
Exactly. And it's really fun too for being able to have families. We don't market to families as far as having kids here, but that doesn't mean they don't bring kids once in a while that are very responsible kids, thank goodness. Yes. But certainly if we have the family reunions or family groups that get together and just, again, block out the whole place for a couple days, then that basement is available to them on that level. It's not a conference center, it's a basement. And they can even have their kids sleep on our air mattresses if they want to get out of the room and say, we just want to go play together. Great, we'll just put that together for you downstairs, and you can watch TV. There's just a TV down there, and they can watch TV and some videos or DVDs or whatever and have a good time.
Wonderful. Obviously, the elevator can take us upstairs, but so can the staircase. You've got a painted staircase is almost part of the journey there. Let's share a little bit about some of the rooms. We can't touch on all of them, but share with me, let's say, for instance, the Indian paintbrush. Let's start there. What goes on there?
Indian paintbrush is the largest room. It's actually almost a mini suite. It has a queen-size bed and a separate alcove with a twin bed, so it's good for two individual travelers together. It has excellent views of the mountains from its private balcony, and it's one of the 4 rooms on the top floor that has its own private hot tub. The hot tubs are available all year round. They are outside on the balcony, and we have robes and the towels for everyone, so they can use them all year round. The second floor rooms have saunas, a private sauna in each room, they've always been calling them steam showers. It's really not an American term to know what a steam shower is, but in truth, they're a private sauna in each of the guest rooms. It fills the shower with the steam, and there are seats in them, so that everyone has a private sauna. And it's really something unusual in this neck of the woods. I don't think that many hotels in the area have private saunas in the guest rooms. So the top floor is pretty much dedicated to the hot tubs. The second floor to the saunas. All the rooms have queen beds, except for one, the Columbine, which is a king. And we have fireplaces in 5 of the guest rooms, so that's something that people enjoy as the weather gets a little cooler and there are crisp evenings. It's nice to come in from the sauna or from the balcony with the hot tub and enjoy the fireplaces. There's comfortable seating for reading or conversation or whatever. And of course, again, the rooms are all private and quiet, and we have packages available, of course, with champagne and chocolates and flowers and just about anything people want to do to enjoy a nice private weekend, which is, I think, important for us here because there are so many military people in the area. We offer a military discount for people. We do have a lot of reunions that take place from people coming back from overseas, which we enjoy a lot.
Wonderful. So many rooms to be noticed there. One of the things that is unique here for innkeepers is the fact that while you're waiting for your private residency, you guys have been able to enjoy every single room probably pretty much in this whole top area. That really had to be kind of a fun experience to learn more about each room and the experience there.
Yeah. So I actually haven't gotten to every one of them, but we were so booked out for a while. We were sleeping on air mattresses in the conference center. And it's like, okay, I don't think I signed up for camping. I'm not sure how this happened, but yes. So our residence here within the inn should be hopefully done very soon, and we'll have our own beds and our own chairs. But being able to go into each room and spend a day or two in them, and what we also realize that you need to spend that 24 hours because how it looks in the day, in the morning, in the afternoon, and when it's dark are 3 different things. The way light shines on stuff, the way it looks, the way air conditioners work, where things, so that's a good thing for us to keep doing, because it really helps you see what needs to change, what the guest is feeling and seeing and enjoying or not enjoying because of just the way something's working or not. So we certainly have been checking out all the rooms.
Absolutely, folks. We're talking about innkeepers that really have a first-hand approach in the rooms that they offer here. Take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. What you're going to see is their website. On the website, you're going to see some of the rates they have there. You're also going to see some photos there of the rooms, although we've been showing you quite a few on the screen as we've gone through the interview here. Also, keep in mind, you can check out the calendar right there and see the availability. You can book online, as simple as that, or if you prefer, you'd like to call the 800 number, or if you'd like to call the local number. Basically, on the other end, you're going to find the innkeepers that have relocated to this beautiful area with an idea of wanting to give you somewhere that you could call home while you're here in beautiful Colorado. And obviously, the destinations around us are many. I mean, you can go out in the veranda, take a look at Pikes Peak around you. You mentioned some of the places people are going here. That's got to make it kind of exciting where somebody could stay here 7-8 days and it's still keep going.
Right.
Absolutely. There's something for people to do here every day, and we almost weekly have someone that is asking if they can stay another night, stay another day or two, because they've discovered so many things to do in the Colorado Springs area. And the neighborhood alone, between the different museums and attractions and galleries, is enough to keep people occupied, and they could never possibly check out all the restaurants in the neighborhood. There are just so many things to do, and within minutes are the attractions of Pikes Peak and the Garden of the Gods, which is very, very popular for people. We have them go out at sunrise sometimes just to watch the sunrise from Garden of the Gods, and of course Cave of the Winds, and just so many other attractions in the area, the Cog Railway and the cliff dwellings. There's just so many things for people to do that are just literally minutes away. We truly do have, I believe, one of the best locations for visitors anywhere in the state of Colorado.
We're talking just walking out your front yard here, a few feet down the road there, you've got things going on.
The other thing that just happened recently is the International Bike Race was just a couple days ago. Well, it within hardly a half a block we could see it out the kitchen window. And so people said, we just sat on our balcony and watched them go by. So everything is right here. It just amazes us too. Like, we don't even know. I mean, we keep saying we're on house arrest because we're just busy learning everything. We're under, B&B boot camp. But you just look out the window and there's all these things happening just within a couple blocks. Or, of course, the Pikes Peak, the race. So it's just this amazing, like I said, like a hub. You could just go out from here or stay right here and it'll all just show up.
That is so fun.
Come to you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, like you said, basically, Kim, you didn't sign up for waiting in the conference room as your private residence was going to take place. You did sign up, though, for giving people a place that they could call home while they're here in Colorado. Has it been fun?
It really has. I mean, the people we keep meeting are just so sweet and so fun. And for me, I don't have experience to be able to say, would it be that true in any other bed and breakfast? I don't know. But I know being a 4- and 5-star bed and breakfast, it sure is, because you're also attracting a really nice group of people who are used to traveling. They're used to just really looking for things and finding what they need, and used to being at select registry inns or this caliber, and they just love it. So we're really happy.
Wonderful. Dave, you left corporate America, basically successful career. You're bringing folks elegance, upscale, and yet hospitality. Has the journey been enjoyable?
It's been extremely enjoyable. I think some people have come in and they say, this is something that we've always thought about as having a bed and breakfast. And I can honestly say I've been in the hotel business and advertising and promotion for close to 40 years. And in all different aspects and in different capacities. And yet, even for myself, the reality of it is different than...
it's not romantic.
It's not as romantic as you imagine. And it's like saying, I'll babysit for your kids for a while and then I'll be ready to have children. No, it's not the same thing. But we have found that people are very happy with their visits here. And we certainly enjoy doing everything we can to make people comfortable here. Without touting our horn too much, the responses we've been getting on TripAdvisor and B&B.com have been truly phenomenal. People are giving us just rave reviews, and it's wonderful for us because every day we go to either of those sites, particularly TripAdvisor, and people are just saying they couldn't have thought of a better place to stay anywhere, and certainly felt at home here, and it makes us feel so good.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, not a better place to stay. Not only great reviews or possibly a picture of the breakfast on their Facebook page or a AAA Diamond Award. It all has taken place right here in Old Colorado City. Last time, that information's at the bottom of your screen right there. That is Old Town Guest House, a contemporary bed and breakfast and executive retreat. This is Gary Atanu with CNTV. And if you don't know, now you know.